And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for our first semifinal series. It is going to be a PvZ between G5 and ZerGbOy.
Oh, that is a great matchup. that's just the kind of thing I wanted to hear right now, because these guys are both really kind of... It's a hard matchup to call, because I wouldn't say that either one particularly outclassed the other at this stage. I mean, in his prime, G5 would probably have way outclassed ZerGbOy, but as it is, he's still coming back onto the scene, and ZerGbOy's strong. So this really can go either way. I'm really pulling for G5 right now. I'm sorry, ZerGbOy. I know you're probably a decent guy and everything, but come on, process power. Come on, G5.
Yeah, we also don't need any more Zergs in TLS. Yeah. I mean, so far we've had 6 Zergs qualify, 1 Protoss, and 1 P/T race pickers, so we definitely need more non-Zergs. And this is a bit of a clash of like old versus new here. I mean, G5, you just go on Wikipedia, right? Look up G5. He won WCG USA 2010. He got 3rd place in 2009. Still 2nd place 2008. You know, he's got a bunch of achievements from 2007, 2005. So this guy's like mega old school. But even as recently as 2010, he was doing pretty well, right? So
yeah.
He's got a pretty long list of accolades there, and you know, he's actually, you know, for those of you StarCraft 2 fans who never heard of him, I mean, he was on EG for a while, buddies with In Control and Machine and all those guys. So yeah, he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he's got such a list of accolades, it's hard to list them all. And ZerGbOy, no discredit to him, but it just ends up paling a little bit in comparison, historically speaking. But we are, of course, living in the present day, so anything could happen. ZerGbOy really does have a shot right here, especially with the way this tournament's been going. It is all about the Zergs. It really is.
Yeah, actually, as far as I know, ZerGbOy is among the top 10 or 20 or so on the IC Cup ladder right now.
He's good.
I mean, yeah, he's still very good. So yeah, G5 is not going to have an easy match by any means. But on the other hand, G5's record on IC Cup ladder is pretty damn good as well. So that was surprisingly good, actually. Like, wow, you know, he definitely is looking on form again. So hopefully will give us a good match in this semifinal series. So the winner of this, guys, qualifies for the TLS proper. So it's a very important match. It is now a best of 3 as well. We've had all best of 1 so far. This is going to be the first best of 3. Map order will be Jade, Electric Circuit, and then Fighting Spirit if necessary. So are you ready, Elegant?
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
All right. Well, here we go into game number 1. G5 versus ZerGbOy. Alright, here we are in game number 1. At the top left as the orange Zerg, we have ZerGbOy, who has actually glitched his drone through his minerals on accident. And is in fact even revealing that to his opponent, who is of course the noble red Protoss at the top right. Fighting.
Yeah, that could have actually been a little bit worse than it was. I mean, I've had times when my probe has glitched through and it spent ages on top of the minerals, and I've been like spam clicking out the minerals. It just freaks out for ages, and sometimes the rest of the probe buddies can do even 1 or 2 rounds of mining before he even gets around to getting his ass off the minerals and back to work again. So it's getting away with it a little bit there. Always fun to see that kind of thing happening in the early game, but yes, this is going to be a magnificent PvZ. And first off, let's evaluate G5's walling in our customary, highly critical and disparaging style.
Well, I guess we'll have to see when he puts his forge down exactly where it's going to be. I mean, this is a very easy position to wall on this map. Just do forge tight against the bottom, gateway on top, and you have a nice little gap on the top that you can block. So hopefully shouldn't have too much trouble with that. ZerGbOy, by the way, you know, doing a bit of chatting in the beginning, obviously knows who G5 is, possibly a bit of a fan. So I don't know. Maybe it's a case of, you know, the newer player playing an old school player might get a little bit more nervous or something. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see. We do have the drone scout going out early from ZerGbOy, and he's throwing down an overpull.
Yep.
So I think our days of 9 pull are over, Sale.
Oh, it's sad. And by sad, I mean, thank God, I hate Nightfall.
Yeah, by sad, I mean really good. I can't say I'm sad to see it go, although, you know, I wish it had been kind of like a thing. You know, we need a thing. Although we have Gym Bag for a thing.
Can our new thing be like Protoss is beating Zergs? Can that be the new thing?
Let's have that, yeah.
I think that should be the new thing. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, we're keeping that. So yeah, G5 going to have to continue the TLS trend of beating Zergs. So
yeah.
on G5, don't be letting the side down now.
Alright, so Probe Guy's gonna block the hatchery. He's actually gonna duel the probe, or sorry, duel the drone. The probe will win though.
Yeah.
In Broodor, probes do actually beat drones 1v1. I believe in StarCraft 2 it's the opposite, which made me very sad the first time I tried it. Because I was like, yeah, my probe's definitely gonna win this, and then nope, drone actually won. Because I believe in SC2 your probe doesn't regenerate shields while it's under attack, whereas in Broodor it does.
What?
So yeah, it's pretty OP, man. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, that's stupid. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of cannon action maybe behind the third base for ZerGbOy. Yes, G5. Have we seen him attempt this before? We have seen him attempt this before, haven't we? In a different qualifier. I mean, this is quite an old school kind of thing to try and do, but it looks like ZerGbOy is not going to be wise to it, whereas the previous opponent was. Although, he's kind of tempted, isn't he?
Elegant cannon rushes are timeless. They are a timeless strategy. I mean, I'm sure, you know, as soon as StarCraft 2 came out, the guy who first played the beta just cannon rushed somebody.
Yeah,
actually, you know what? That's probably true too, because I heard that during the beta, some guy actually went and like just six-pulled everybody at the demo at BlizzCon or something like that. Man, that guy, what a baller. But anyway, we have a cannon rush here at the third. Meanwhile, a bunch of lings actually made from ZerGbOy here. He made 8 lings. Which definitely indicates he wanted to do some aggression, but he was thwarted by a good wall and 2 cannons. So that's a good wall. My only dislike about this is that he blocked himself in. So when he gets the gateway here, he's going to have to kill one of these cannons to get out. Meanwhile, though, the cannons have started shooting. The problem is this can actually be cancelled now. Yeah, so that's going to be cancelled. Ideally, he would have waited about 10 more seconds so that the hatchery would finish, and then the cannons would start shooting, so that it couldn't be cancelled. So the Zerg didn't lose quite as much as he would have otherwise. He's actually just built a third hatchery at his natural now. Meanwhile, the Protoss Nexus also is just now started, so very, very delayed Nexus there. I'm honestly not too sure how far ahead G5 is just from this opening.
Yeah, I'm never sure after this. I mean, I guess a major advantage in the style that we've already mentioned in this cast is that G5 now has a plan. ZerGbOy doesn't. Well, he will have a plan, but he doesn't have one that he's kind of functioned on from the very beginning of the game. So, G5 losing the probe and the Zerg's main as well, but he does manage to grab 4 lings for his treble. But yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty important factor right here. G5 will know how he wants to play the situation, which can really make the difference. Even if you're not in that advantageous of position, purely game-wise, it really, really does count.
Yeah, the problem with this, I think, is that usually what happens when faced with a cannon rush like this is a Zerg just rushes his tech. So he goes either for very fast mutas or very fast lurkers. Usually very fast mutas, because with the Protoss obviously having made that early investment in the cannons, you know, his Nexus is delayed. More importantly, his tech is very much delayed. So the early mutas can often do very, very nicely earlier on, and that kind of limits the Protoss' options as well and kind of puts him on the back foot. In this case, it looks like it's going to be a Hydra bust. So that just completely goes out the window. It's going to be 3-edge Hydra, but we already have 2 more cannons on the way for G5. Did he scout it? Or like, how does he actually know to put these cannons down?
I have absolutely no idea. I have literally no idea. It must be because he didn't see any natural gas, because he did get a probe quite far. I think he might have got it that far, so he didn't see the natural gas. But yeah, G5 calling it and throwing down an extra 2 cannons, so he's going to have 4 cannons, and against this kind of really low econ Hydra burst, that should be enough to see him clear for a little while yet. Easily enough time for him to know if he needs any extra cannons to defend or not. I think the Overlord did just manage to scout the extra cannons, but it's a bit too late to abort it now. At the very least, you will be able to use those Hydras to take down the cannons at the third base position, although 2 cannons still quite decent against a fair number of Hydras right there until you reach kind of critical mass. And G5 really not deviating from his apparent build at all. He's thrown down his Stargate and he's thrown down his Citadel, so he's keeping it quite standard here, just with the addition of a few extra cannons. Oh
man, he sent his probe actually down to the bottom left, and if he doesn't see a third there, that should be a very clear indication that something crazy is going on. Although if I was him, I'd probably assume mutas rather than Hydra bust. So he could be in a little bit of trouble actually. Only 4 cannons. If more Hydras come out, it could be a little bit hairy. The thing is, this is pretty all in from the Zerg. We can see he's not got very many drones, barely 1 per patch at his natural, only 5 drones mining minerals at his main. So I'm pretty sure this is just all in or GG right here. And
yeah, I think so.
G5 right now doesn't really have anything besides the cannons to stop it. The Stargate, the Corsair's not going to do too much. He's got a Citadel, but no Archives just yet. I mean, you know, he's going to have almost... He doesn't even have a second gateway right now. He's built the Archives now, just now building the second gateway. So this could be a little bit dangerous. The only good thing is that the Overlords of what's his face, ZerGbOy are actually moving away here. So if G5 makes a DT, he could actually hold this off for quite a while. Oh, looks like one Overlord moving back now.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think this is gonna be curious. I think G5 should be all right. You know, he's gonna if.
Wait, did he not see it with the Corsair? He's not adding cannons.
He saw it. He saw it. His Corsair did take a few hits from Hydralisk.
Why he no make cannon?
I actually don't know. He has 4 cannons. That might not even be enough against the Hydralisk number. That's probably not going to be enough. He's going to need to use those Zealots to the best of their ability. He may need to pull some probes as well. He needs more cannons than this. G5, you know what's coming at you. Why aren't you defending against it properly? He does have lots of gateways coming up, but his Zealot speed isn't going to be anywhere near in time to be able to defend against this.
Oh, dude, he's going the gateway route. Man, somebody did this in like one of Sonic's tournaments recently. I was like, no, you don't make gateways, dude. You make cannons. Make cannons. Make them now.
Yeah,
well, actually, I don't know. If he gets like 30 more seconds, no,
oh my god.
Oh no, he's gotta pull probes. Pull probes! He's not even pulling probes! G5, what are you doing? Oh, this is bad. This is going to end badly. Oh god, G5, this is TLS. You're supposed to beat Zergs.
You only just made up the thing and now you're ruining the thing already. However, a lot of the Hydralisks are going to get caught in the ground. Will he be able to drill those Hydralisks out? He just doesn't have the unit count to really deal with this. He needs to be playing with his opponent's AI for this to really work. However, he might just be able to kind of do something. He's going to be able to take out a fair number of Hydralisks. Crucially, his Zealot leg speed is going to be able to finish, so he might actually have a fair number of units still left in him before the game is over. However, he is down to 34 supply versus still only 30 for his opponent, so one round of Zealots might be enough to deal with these Hydralisks. Will the Hydralisks be able to take down the gateways? They probably won't be able to take down enough of them in time. G5 might still be alive right here.
Yeah, I'm baffled by his decision to not make more cannons. I mean, okay, you can make gateways, that's not bad, but I mean, 4 cannons, and he didn't even pull probes. Like, he saw, like, the rush was going in, the Hydralisks were attacking the cannons. He's like, yeah, I don't need to pull probes. What is that, like, 28 Hydralisks? Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is the worst that could happen.
Yeah, and to be honest, he's not dead. He's not looking good, but he's not dead. He has this number of gateways up. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gateways up. I mean, he can't use them because he hasn't got any probes left.
He's got 2 probes in the main.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. He might be able to defeat these Hydralisks for now, but he needs to scrape the cash together to make some more cannons or something, because I don't think he's going to be able to produce enough Zealots to stay toe-to-toe with ZerGbOy at the moment.
He's got 1,000 gas, though. He should make some Archons.
Oh, yes, he should.
Oh god, run. Run back! Run back! And then lose your natural again. I mean, yeah, like, look at the ZerGbOy. He just knows he's making mass Hydras here. He knows he's got it. That little Zealot counterattack was nice, but not gonna cut it. The one thing that might have saved him is if his 2 Corsairs killed this Overlord that's at the natural, and then he made some DPs. Like, that would have saved him.
He hasn't even got any tempo attack though, and he
GG.
G5.
No GG from G5.
5 Gs from ZerGbOy for our G5.
You know, he wanted to make up for it. You know, he added the Gs for G5, and then he threw in an extra G because, you know, G5's got a G in his name. So yeah.
I think the complete lack of GG from G5 demonstrates that he's just like, I was stupid to lose that game. He scouted well. His build went according to plan, but he was just so greedy. Why would you not pull probes? Why would you not make more cannons? Because you need to, otherwise you will die. It's just ridiculous.
I thought he didn't scout it. I thought like somehow his Corsair magically went into the Zerg base and he like had temporary blindness or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just baffled. Like he had enough time to build those cannons, and if he pulled probes, he definitely could have been fine. He could have been fine. He should have been fine.
Yeah, he really should have. He should have been fine, and he knows it. That's why there was no GG right there, because he knows he should have won that game, or he should have at least held off for a significantly longer period of time. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. It doesn't work on should have and would have. It works on what actually happened. So G5 is going to go 1-0 down here against ZerGbOy, but fear not, guys, for the Protoss hope, because of course this is a best of 3 now, because we're in the semi-finals of this qualifier. So there's plenty of chance for G5 to get right back in this.
Yeah. You know what I think happened? I think he was like, I'm gonna let ZerGbOy win the first game just so my 2-1 reverse comeback is that much sweeter. I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And
I have faith, G5. I have faith. Don't let me down. We'll be right back after these commercials.